All right, so let's do these AP extra skill problems. So we have an object falling from a height of 400. We want its height after 2 seconds. X is 1/2 AT squared plus V naught T plus X naught. Let's put in our numbers. So X is our height, 1/2 times -10 times 2 squared plus 0 plus 400. When we plug in our numbers, this is going to end up being one of these will cancel. We get -20 plus 400, so we'll be at 380 meters of height. We want its speed after 2 seconds. V equals AT plus V naught. That's V is -10 times 2 seconds of falling, which is -20 meters per second. That's the velocity. The speed is the absolute value, so we're going to end up getting 20 meters per second. Now here, we want to know at what time after t equals 0 does the object again pass through the initial position? We're assuming that the object starts at the initial position. Now we can't say that it happens at 1 second. Let's be really clear. We need the total area here. And when we get that, this is going to be 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2 because it's 1 times 1. Now here, when are we actually going to then go, so this is, we've gone back 1/2 meter. We need to move forward 1/2 meter, so let's get the displacement here. So this is 1, this is 1, and so the area of this triangle ends up also being 1/2 times 1 times 1, which gives us a positive half. So it seems to me it's going to happen at exactly 2 seconds, D, when we get the area. Now here, the displacement is shown. The acceleration of this object must be absolutely 0 because the velocity is constant, so the acceleration is 0. All right, we have a 2 kilogram block, 10 meters above the ground. It's launched horizontally with initial speed of 3 meters per second. So this doesn't matter. The time to fall only depends on height. So we're going to have 10 is -1/2 times 10 times t squared. So that's going to actually be, we could say this, 0 is the final position, and we could put a -10 here. So we end up getting 2 is t squared. T is 1.4 seconds. All right, once again, a diver moves horizontally, lands in the water from the base of the cliff. We want to know how far from the base of the cliff. If the diver had been moving horizontally at the speed 2v. So let's just compare. So we know, let's get the time to fall based on the height. So there's some height h that it falls through, and that's going to be 1/2 gt squared. So we have 2h over g. That's the time to fall, right? So now let's compare base distances. Okay, so x in the first case is going to be v times, oh, they don't call it x, they call it d. So d is going to be v times the time, which is 2h over g under a square root. And then when we're launched at 2v, d2 is going to be 2v times 2h over g. So the way the distances compare, d2 is actually equal to 2 times d, and that's how we get choice C. All right, so those are the multiple choice practice questions. Don't be alarmed if I seem to do those quickly. You'll be able to do those quickly too. This is day 2 of AP Physics, and this is really the first year that I've started practicing so quickly on the AP exam, and it's simply because we do have a lot to do, but I'm just kind of giving you a preview of the kind of tools you're going to get fluent in over the next year.